All right, welcome back to the Real Life Podcast. This is my friend Adrian. He actually records some of Luke's music, my brother. So we're gonna interview him today and have some fun. Actually, if you notice, we're set up on his equipment today because we're gonna test it out. So let us know if you hear a difference in the comments below, and working on upgrading here. So yeah, testing out my other set of mics, and we're going through his interface and laptop. So
little Apollo Twin X
There you
action
go.
over here.
for all you guys that know what that means.
Yeah, for all you guys that know what that means.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I always start by asking 3 different questions. They're all random, just to get the thing going and whatever.
Cool.
So give me 3 numbers from 1 to 25.
3, 6, 12.
Okay. How would the world change if superheroes and supervillains actually existed?
People would feel more limited.
You think so? I always say that they would instantly be political. I think the government would treat them as weapons, and some people. Same thing with gun control. Like, they would try and restrict their powers, and some people would be for that. Some people would be against that. I think they'd instantly be treated like weapons.
Yeah,
The government
for sure.
would try to use them.
Yeah, for sure. Unless they're, I don't know. I was thinking like, whenever I think of something that's like that, I don't know, supernatural. It's like, I'm like, damn. I mean, really nothing but itself can take it down or tell it what to do. So
Yeah.
I was just like, damn. I mean, yeah, it would work out that way, but I would just be more afraid for everybody else who can't do what they do. You know, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh wow, that's great. We got a fucking superhero over here smashing shit.
Yeah.
I'm just some chump human
Yeah.
on the sideline and shit.
Especially if the villain was someone like Thanos or something, like half of
Yeah.
us go away. Like, it'd be awful.
Yeah, fuck no.
Number 6. What would be your strategy for surviving an apocalypse?
Go underground.
There you
Forever.
There you go. Yep, get bunker.
Or get off this fucking earth.
Yeah. There you go. And then number 12. If you were given a 1-minute ad slot during a big event, what would you fill it with?
Fuck. Damn.
Anybody needs an audio engineer.
For sure. I was thinking more like something like if I'm gonna get a minute ad spot on what again?
Just
Just in general,
yeah,
just
just a
on-
big event like a
Just
Super
a big
Bowl
event,
or
Super Bowl.
something.
Shit. If I got a minute ad spot for Super Bowl, I would wild out and go crazy on that shit. I'm not even sure if I would make it about like promoting my business or something like that. I would just want to try to send a message that I wouldn't be able to send without a platform like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would
I
take
thought the same
time.
thing, yeah.
That would take time to think about. I want to calculate that shit.
That's interesting. Like, every time that question comes up, I've never thought, like, oh, go tune into the Real Life Podcast or something. Like, it would always be something different. Like,
Yeah.
some message about the state of the world or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Shit. Everybody thinks about that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's always thinking, oh my God,
Yeah.
this world fucking sucks. I don't want to, it's like, fuck all that. Fuck all that. I've heard too much of that. I've heard too much of people like hating the state of the world. But, I mean, it's like, you're in this shit.
It is what it is.
Yeah, what you can do about it.
Yeah. I guess just don't be what you hate, I guess.
Yeah, for real.
Be kind, people, be kind. That's what my shirt says.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so you're an audio engineer, right?
Yeah, it's sad. I'm looking at these fucking levels right now. I'm like, oh, those look weak. It's all good, though. I'm
And
sure it'll be
you went to
fine.
a trade school for it?
Yeah, I went to a trade school. I went to the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences. It is a recording arts and music production school in Phoenix, Arizona. It's just a 9-month program, and then I came back to San Antonio in April for my internship. I started an internship at Cibolo Studios.
Okay.
Amazing recording studio.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, all right, I'm either gonna go to Atlanta, New York City, or LA.
Is that the one that
Right.
Saint showed us the pictures of that you were in?
Yeah, the video. Yeah,
Yeah,
I took a
yeah,
video
yeah,
of the whole
yeah.
place. every time I'm around Saint and there's new people around, he's always like, "Yo, show them the studio." I'm like, all right, all right, all right. So
Yeah.
I'm always showing people because it's crazy, like
Yeah.
multi-million-dollar facility.
Jeez.
If you want good music recorded, you go there.
Yeah.
But if you don't have money, then it's kind of hard because it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of odd that the studio is even here in San Antonio because it is such a high budget
Yeah.
facility that like it's not as big as it will be. It's like it's fairly new. They've only been fully functional for 2 years,
Oh, okay. Oh,
and
wow.
the guys
Yeah,
that
is
run
new.
it are young as shit.
Oh, wow.
They're so fucking They're
Yeah.
like the owner of the place. His name is Landis Chisenhall. He actually turns 30. He turns 31 in turns 31 in like 6-7 days, something like that. Anyways, he's like 30 years old. He went to Texas State to do their audio engineering program, and then the head engineer there, James Campbell, he went there too. That's how they met, I think.
Oh, wow.
Whatever,
Okay.
whatever. And then Landis was like, "Shit, I want to open up a recording studio."
Yeah.
So he did that, and James
Wow.
knows the ins and outs of all of it. So does Landis.
Dang.
But James is usually the main guy who's in there recording people and mixing, and he's really deep into it. He spent a lot more time focusing on improving his audio skills.
Yeah.
More so than Landis did, because Landis he's just a drum head. That man loves drums.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's an amazing drummer. I'm telling you, like anybody watching this, if you're in San Antonio and you need session musicians to pull up, if you want to record in a nice ass studio, get a good vibe and get good quality stuff, that is a place to go. James, amazing guitarist. Landis, amazing drummer, and they own the studio. Like that's their shit, and they're amazing. They're good at everything. They're good at everything. When it comes to anything audio related, they can do it. But anyways, yes, I went to Crass for 9 months. Got back in April. Internship at Cibolo Studios, which I've been talking about for a while, and yeah, and then literally finished my internship July 16th, and then a few days later, Saint gave me the fucking interface. I got a new laptop.
Did you know Saint before that?
I met Saint officially in March. My birthday's March 15th.
Oh, mine's March 16th.
Bro, I saw that you posted.
Yeah.
I was looking through your Instagram and I saw that you posted a birthday post on March 16th.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, his birthday's March 15th. That's about to be crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine you were just a day late on the post and you have the same birthday.
Yeah. No, yeah. My birthday's March 16th. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I came back for a little birthday trip. Oh, every year our birthday's on spring break, right? So I came back for a just birthday trip. Wanted to come see friends, family, be in San Antonio for my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
So I officially met him mid-March, and I had originally got in contact with him because in January, like, oh my God, the whole time I was in school, I was tripping. Great school. I would recommend that school. Anybody who wants to get interested in anyone who's interested in audio and wants to pursue a career in audio, I was thinking about going to Full Sail. My dad actually asked me, he was like, because I was not doing this shit. Like, I'm getting so off topic. I was not doing this. Like, literally, if it wasn't for Saint, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I'll get to what I was about to say.
Thank you, Saint.
For real, thank you, Saint.
One day I got to get him in here too.
You do need to get him in. He wants to come on here.
He does?
He wants to come on here, so you really got to get him on here. Yeah. But yeah, I met Saint in March, but I DM'd him in January because school was just stressing me out, and I was like, fuck, I need to know that I'm going to be working with someone that I can trust.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want the school to tell me, hey, we think you should go here, we think you should go there. It's like, I want to find the person, I want to find the studio that I'm going to go work at.
Yeah.
Because I want to know that it was my doing to get me there. I didn't want to feel like I was in the hands of someone else telling me, hey, this is a good studio. Like, I wanted to know. And the fact that Saint is here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Does what he does. Self-taught.
Yeah.
Like, fucking YouTube University.
Yeah.
It's the shit right there.
So you knew who he was. Like,
I didn't know who he was until January.
But before, did you know that he did music and
I
audio
had
stuff though, or did you meet him and you was like, hey, you do audio, I do audio?
so I literally DM'd him because I knew that he was a mix engineer, recording engineer here in the city.
Saint mixed it.
So I hit him up and was like, "Yo, I'm going to school, trying to get connected. I would love to go back to San Antonio because I love the city.
Yeah.
I love the city. Like I could have gone to LA. I could have gone to Atlanta. Not for any not like there was any great opportunity that I passed up. But I was gonna go there just to start my career. I
Yeah.
wanted to go. I was thinking about interning at Loud House Studios in Atlanta. That was like the main one. There, like Patchworks is like, if you get in there, fuck, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's a couple studios in Atlanta that I really wanted to go to. There were some studios in LA that when I spent some time out there a couple summers ago, I was driving around doing Postmates and shit, and I came across there's this one time I saw this guy like randomly walking into it just looked like a recording studio.
Yeah.
Like when you drive by a recording studio, you know it's a recording studio.
Yeah.
If there's a freaking
Unless it's Saints.
yes, unless it's Saints. But if you're in LA and you're like just driving down random streets, you can tell when that shit's a recording studio sometimes. Like, dude, it's just a random building. But it's the fact that it was a gate and everybody that was walking in and out, it just seemed like there was artists coming in and out of there.
Yeah.
The people just looked. I just had a feeling then.
Yeah.
I saw this guy, he was actually about to walk into the gate. He had just gotten Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
I had probably just gotten Chick-fil-A from Postmates or something. That's why I was there. So I was like driving and I look over and I see this guy with some Chick-fil-A and he's walking into this gate. And I saw my car and I rolled on the window and I was like, yo, is this a recording studio? He was like, yeah. I was like, can you hear my mixes and like let me know? Cause I want to do what you do.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like that sounds so dope. So yeah, I'm not sure how I got off on that. But anyways, met Saint, DM'd him because I wanted to work. I wanted to work with him. I just had trust in what he had done. I looked at his website. And honestly, I didn't even listen to a lot of shit that he had done.
So do people know him in the industry, like outside of San Antonio?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
My brother tells me
Sure.
he's pretty popular.
No, I honestly, I don't typically like look too deep into people.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to like experience it myself.
Yeah.
So I haven't done a lot of research.
Yeah. I mean, he's really cool and he's not,
I know.
he's super like awesome, but
Yeah, no, he's.
I mean, I've seen him post like he works with Maxo Cream and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And I was like, what?
yeah. There's I don't know what the song is called. It's let me see. Yeah, he just put out
Maxo Cream
this
and
guy-
something Hoodlum.
yeah.
something.
So Southside Hoodlum.
That guy.
Saint says that apparently they're childhood friends.
Oh,
So
there you go.
Southside, he started rapping and shit, and there was Saint to
Yeah.
record him.
Yeah.
So Saint's been recording him, maybe as long as he's been doing it. I'm not sure. I don't know too much, but yeah, Southside just put out a music video for a song called, let me see, Ace the Shooter. He's a videographer here in the city.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see, it should be right here. I probably have to look up Hoodlum, look up Maxo to be Southside.
You know Ralu too?
Oh yeah, I've met Ralu a couple times.
Yeah, I haven't met him yet.
You haven't met him yet?
I've been trying to get him on here, but he's hard to get in contact with.
Really?
Yeah, I've done with Cujo too.
I never heard of Cujo.
Cujo is also in their Sewer Rich thing. He's
He's here in the city.
yeah,
too, of course.
he has a little studio in his garage I've been to, and he's really good. I did an interview with him. My brother, obviously, and then I need Ralu. I want to do Ralu. He'll be the next.
That'd be
Sewer
dope.
Rich. And also, what's that other guy's name? 300.
Yeah, 300. Yeah,
Yeah.
300 Tyler or something.
300
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, 300 baby. Yeah.
I need to get them two on here, and then that'll be all Sewer Rich.
Hell yeah. Well, never mind. Yeah, that'd be dope.
But Ralu is a busy man, so he's
yeah.
he's hard to get in contact with.
Shit. I was sitting around on my ass, like, just making my own music, trying to just get better at mixing and recording and all that, and especially just learning the interface. But before I had that interface, I, like, literally, it was just 3 weeks ago that any of this shit started paying off.
Really?
I've seen results. People have told me, given their critiques and what they like and dislike about what I do, what I should do better. But it never felt like anything was really popping off,
Yeah.
It just felt like I was doing it just to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, my grandma sits around at home fucking crocheting all day.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's so bad. That sounds like I'm just shitting on my grandma. But I was just trying to think of something like,
Is she good at crocheting though?
it's like, it's fulfilling. You love to, oh, she's amazing at it. Amazing. So you do that kind of stuff, right? And you just do it. You do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and it's like, because I started doing this when I was 15, 16. It's like my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
First time I ever recorded with my friend Richard. He goes by Top Shelf Sweet, actually.
Okay.
Follow him on SoundCloud. We're trying to get some songs together and shit. I've been trying to help get his sound and record him and stuff like that. But anyways, first time recording was like when I was 14. He invited me over to his apartment and he was like, yo, let's just like make some music. I was like, oh my God. I've been on SoundCloud for years.
So you do your own music too?
Yeah, I do my own music too.
Okay. There you go.
But that's how I started. I was just gonna go off you saying Raul is a really busy person, and I wasn't doing shit. Like I was literally just recording my own music, trying to mix it. I was, trying to get on different websites like Fiverr and whatever other different entrepreneurial type.
That's where I got that
whatever
logo from, Fiverr.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool going on places like that. Or I was just trying to find a way to get exposure. Like, yeah, I knew Saint. He was gonna help me out eventually, but I'm just so impatient. Like I'm just a really impatient person.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Like I either do it all or I don't do any of it.
Yeah.
Like there's no in between. And like everything else, it's a curse and a blessing. But the point is like I was doing this shit and I quit. I probably quit doing this like 3-4 times.
Jeez.
But something always pulled me back.
You're 21 now, right?
I'm 21.
Okay, yeah. Just make sure.
Yeah, I'm 21. And
so have you wanted to do music your whole life? Like, is that what you known? Did you want to do it at some capacity?
Yeah, and I left the drive for music last summer. I mean, I should have thousands of songs recorded. Yeah. But the amount of times that I quit or was too fucking fried or depressed or like was doubting myself too much. Shit, if I just believed in myself from the start and didn't let anybody tell me different, it'd be different. I don't know how different it would be, of course, but it would be different. If I would have gotten out of my head as much as I'm still in my head like a bitch. I don't think I'm much different from who I was 5-6 years ago. 5-6 years ago. The only difference is that I started believing in myself. It's the only thing. Like, and I heard it on so many fucking I don't know, all that. It's not bullshit, but I let it get to my head. So I just I don't focus on it too much anymore. But shit, I spent like a couple years every night going to bed to Jordan Peterson or Alan Watts or like Terrence McKenna and just like all the big head, like not big head, all the big name like psychologists or biologists and
biologists,
theoretical people just who break shit down until it's down to the atom type shit, like those people. I was watching that shit all the time and trying to just read up on history and go back before people can even calculate and stuff like that, And I was just so interested in like finding that nice meeting point for where we are today and who we were so long ago.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of self-doubt. Like I just didn't like you just gotta learn. You just gotta learn who you are, find yourself. Everybody does. Yeah. And although I definitely have not learned everything about myself. That would suck. But I spent a lot of fucking nights just on YouTube, on different blogs, or articles, just trying to read up on shit. And it was, fuck, where am I going with this? I don't know what I was saying. I was... I don't know.
We ended the last clip talking about if someone came up to you and said...
So, oh yeah.
If someone came up to you and they started a sentence with, I would like to give you a few $1 million, there's not much
Yeah.
you wouldn't do for that.
Yeah,
No matter what the next sentence out of their mouth is.
for sure. So I think what I was saying was just like, fuck, this shit was hard. This shit was a lot harder before I started believing in myself. We'll end it there. We'll leave that there.
Yeah.
I said a
Also,
lot.
so you don't only do music though, right? Like you do podcast stuff and you do like audio in any type of way. Like if someone asked you to do something, you'd be down.
Oh yeah. If anybody asked me to do anything audio related, even if I don't know how to do it, I'm still pulling up and doing that shit. I'm gonna figure it out.
That's the other
Like-
thing. Like you do house calls too. Like you'll come to their house. Like
Oh yeah.
they
No,
don't have to come
like-
to a studio.
Everything I need to record somebody, like my whole entire studio is literally in the back of my car right now.
Yeah.
Like it's literally out there in my trunk.
Yeah.
My bag is right here, laptop, interface, whatever. Everything is always on me. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, I pull up anywhere. Shit.
Yeah.
I will literally go anywhere. You want to record? I'll be there.
Yeah.
You need anything done audio? I'll be there.
Yeah.
Live sound, broadcast, commercial work, music production, mixing, recording, mastering.
Yeah.
What other shit did we
Do you
touch on?
produce
I don't
too?
know.
Do you make beats and stuff too?
I can. Nobody likes them
Oh my gosh.
but me. Because I'm a very technical person, but I don't know all the technicalities behind music theory and music production and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, at least when it comes to beat making.
Yeah.
I haven't studied all the different genres and all the different song structures and stuff like that to have a good understanding and to have, like, you know, a full arsenal of
Yeah.
like procedures to follow as I'm making a beat. So yes, I've made my own music. I try to produce everything that I do myself now.
Okay.
I had a little stick up my ass, and that's why I had that thought for a while. And actually, recently, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If a beat's good, a beat's good.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't post any of my music. There's stuff up on my SoundCloud. I have one song on Spotify from like 3 years ago. Never took it down just because it doesn't matter. It's mixed and mastered like shit.
Yeah.
My friend produced that.
Oh wow.
Spill
Okay.
Space. Jack Boffman. Look him up on Instagram. If you need beats, anything like that, really just beats. Hit him up. He's fire. If you like, you ever heard of Sofago? You heard him before?
Yeah. Mhm.
Right? He produced a song for Sofago.
Oh wow. Okay. There you
Yeah.
go.
Him and this guy Wonder, produced by Wonder.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
I like
So-
that name.
But, you know, I was always so confused on why Jack's name is Spill Space. And I asked him, I was like, it had been a couple years since he like had gone by that name, I think. And I just asked him, I was like, yo, why Spill Space? What does that even fucking mean? And I love Jack. He's so dope. He's just like, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to describe him. He's like such a unique person. And I was so curious because, you know, he's just like, he's one of those guys that like, he's so fucking smart.
Yeah.
Like one of the smartest guys I know. Super, super creative, artistic. But it's like I know that there's so much going on in that man's head
Yeah.
that nobody will ever know.
Yeah.
So his producer name is his stage name, producer name, whatever. He goes by Spill Space, and I asked him, I was like, "Yo, what does that mean? What is that?" And he was like, "Well, you know, you pour water in a cup. The cup is the spill space." I was like, "All right, so where are you going with this, right?"
What?
And
I
he
didn't
was
even
like,
think of that.
he was like, I've forgotten. All I know is that's all I remember. He just was like, well, you pour water in a cup, it's the spill space. I was like, oh shit. He explained it more for sure.
That's interesting.
But yeah.
I'm gonna start
Yes,
saying
that-
that. Could you give me a spill space
Give me
from
a
the,
spill space.
from the
Hell yeah.
cupboard? Wow, that's interesting.
But yeah. Shit, I just started talking about Jack. We were talking about something, but my train of thought is
We've been talking.
We're just
about
talking. We're just
so
fucking
much
talking.
Stuff.
I know. This is good.
We were
This is good.
we were talking about Saint and you meeting
I
Saint
know,
in
Saint and
January.
Walu and whatever. Yeah, I didn't even finish that shit. God damn it.
You were saying that he gave you the interface and you
Yeah.
met him again in April. Or
This is
something?
an important story, actually. Me and Saint's story is very important. So I'm gonna keep strictly to this. DM'd him in January. I was like, "Yo, I'm I'm an audio engineering student at CRAS, Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences. And what's up? Like, you'd be willing to mentor me or allow me to do my internship under you?
Yeah.
And I knew he didn't have all the tools to teach me the things that I wanted to learn, at least when it came down to like analog gear.
So if you don't know, Saint built his studio on his property, like where his house is. Like it's in the back in another little tiny house, and he built it in there. And it, like, you would never know driving by his house that there was a full studio back there. But he's got this like little tiny house, like maybe 2 bedrooms put together.
Yeah, it's like a guest house pretty much.
Yeah. And he built it up into this studio, completely soundproofed, like all the lights and electrical, and it's
really nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's like I was very interested in him because he's keeping up with the times.
Yeah.
He's not reminiscing on, how, oh, music was so much better back then.
Yeah.
Music was so much better. I'm like, yo, whoever thought to say that? Like, oh, that stuff bugs me. Oh, music was so much better back then. All the music nowadays, it's, auto-tune and, they're just mumble rapping and they're just talking about drugs and, bitches and money and all this materialistic stuff, and there's no meaning behind any of it, blah, blah, blah. I saw Saint and I was like, yo, anyone who's this invested in the music, in this kind of music, and for as old as he is, like, you would, because I don't know, the fact that he's been doing it for as long as he has and he's been so dedicated, that's what instantly built that trust.
Yeah.
I was like,
and also Saint's not materialistic like that. Like if you go into his studio, like he's not wearing any, like, no diamonds. He's not wearing any designer. No. Like he'll literally walk into the studio in basketball shorts,
Crocs,
a plain t-shirt, Crocs, or like and one slides or something, and just sit down in his chair and just go for it.
Get to work for real.
And you're like, dang, okay.
And it's like, those are really important things to notice about somebody.
Yeah.
Because when someone can prove to you that it's a lot less about their image and a lot more about their work, it's like, that is golden.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as, like, you strip everything down from someone outside of what's going on in their head, and what they're putting out with their heart, it's like, as soon as you see that's how you know.
Yeah.
And with Saint, it was instant. I was just like, I instantly saw his page and I was just like, yo, I have to hit this man up.
Yeah.
Like, it was instant.
And also, he doesn't change that for anybody. Like, no matter who comes in his studio, like, no matter how big they are, like, Ralu has over 1 million views on his stuff. He dresses the same. He talks the same. He doesn't change his, like, he doesn't change the way he speaks. He doesn't do anything different, really. He's the same guy.
He's true to himself. And like all that stuff, people say it's always about you. People will say, oh, put others before yourself, but so you can't really put others before yourself until you do it for yourself. So it's nice to see him and know that, like, he's got his shit straight.
Yeah.
To the point where he doesn't need, like, he's not feeding off of the negativity that other people are putting out. He's not feeding off of all the bullshit.
Yeah.
He's actually doing this because he loves it. And is genuinely interested in recording and mixing people's music. Yeah. Like, it's not about what they have to say about, how he looks or how he talks or whatever he does. This man's a fool. Yeah. You've seen him in the studio, dancing and shit and going crazy. I love
dabbing all the time.
Yeah, I know. Dab. Yeah. It's literally saying, like, you just be standing there and just song be playing, or like I wouldn't be surprised if he was just walking around in public and he just went, I would not be surprised.
Oh my gosh. And he's super open to whatever too. Like some like Luke could come in there with some opera beat or something and he would put it on his thing and just record it. Yeah. And that'd be it. Like, he doesn't care. Like, he'll do whatever. Yeah. And that's pretty cool. Like, Ralu did a country song. And
I haven't heard that yet.
Dude, it's one of the best things I've ever heard. It's so good. It was so good. Me and Luke were like, we sing it to this day. Like, me and Luke, when we see each other, we sing it to this day. It's so good. You got to ask Zane about it next time you see him.
Hell yeah. The first time that I had ever heard a country song, a country rap song that I actually liked was when I know it's Little Tracy's song. You know,
Thank God. I thought you were gonna say Lil Nas X. I was like,
no,
man.
You never catch me saying that my favorite country rap song is Old Town Road. You never catch me saying that. But you know what? Before I get onto this shit about whoever I was about to talk about, Lil Nas X, his Industry Baby song, I heard that shit for the first time, and I was like, yeah, this is the real Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
This is what you can do when you're working with Take a Day Trip in a fucking log cabin, and you can just hit up Jack Harlow for a fucking feature. Like that, like the shit that he was saying in it, the music video especially, like
Yeah.
if you like that song and you haven't seen the music video, you have to watch it.
I feel like you can tell when people when the music that they make is like them, like you're like, okay, this is them, like this is genuine, this is their music, as opposed to when they're making music for the public, like to please
real.
them. Like when you were doing My Brother the other day and he started singing on that track, like the whole room went quiet when he was doing that, the guitar with no beat and or no drums, and he just started singing on it. The whole room was quiet for that entire recording.
Yeah.
And like that guy Isaac was like blown away. He was like, "What the heck?" Because that's what Luke is good at, is singing.
Yeah.
And like the emotion in his words, like you knew that was true. Like he wasn't making anything up. Like you knew he was. And I don't know. One person that I know that did that I listened to a lot. Me and Luke, he's one of our favorites, but he did that, and he's one of the only rappers, not the only, but one of the main rappers that I knew, like what he was saying was real, and he was genuine in his music. That was Mac Miller.
Really?
Yeah, that's my dad.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, Mac Miller, I felt was really genuine. Like his stuff was real.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a really cool thing to see as artists progress.
Rest in peace, Mac Miller, by the way.
R.I.P. Mac Miller. And I was never a big Mac Miller fan. I never listened to a lot of his stuff. I like his music. Yeah. I love me some shit. What is that song called? It's on
Now he does mess around. He does make some.
No, he does. He's a very
Nike. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, he's fire. Like I'm trying to think of what this Cut the Check.
Yeah.
Cut the Check with Chief Keef. I love Chief Keef. Chief Keef's the GOAT. Like Doja Cat said.
You know, so I have a very unpopular opinion. I've said it on here before. There's a rapper that I don't think is very good, and everybody loves him, but I do not think he's very good. I don't like Drake very much.
You don't like Drake?
I don't think he is as good as people make him out to be.
I can see it.
And I think that there's a lot of other rappers in the industry that are better than him.
Yeah, and that I like how you said that. So just comparing artists at least, and like giving an opinion on an artist and what you think about them. I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna talk about this stuff. So I love Drake, the guy that I was talking to you about, Richard, or Top Shelf Suite, whatever. Yeah. The reason why we connected in 6th grade here in San Antonio, Tejeda Middle School. That's where I'm from.
You went to Tejeda? Okay.
Yeah, I'm from the northeast side.
Yeah, I went to Reagan.
Oh, really?
For the first 2 years of my high school, yeah.
Oh,
and then
shit.
I moved down here, yeah.
Yeah,
I was up there, yeah. I went to Canyon Ridge, I went to Lopez Middle School, and then down here. And then Reagan, and then down here.
So you finished your last 2 years here?
Yeah, Brennan.
Where at Brennan?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also went to Bush Middle School, too. Forgot about that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, what so obviously you guys were in Stone Oak, but
yeah.
Like, what where in Stone Oak?
So we lived several different places. You know where Iron Mountain Ranch is? It's by the Costco and the hospitals. You know where there's like hospital here and here on either side. Costco and Walmart are right there.
Yeah, the Costco and the Walmart.
Yeah, so behind them. There's a neighborhood like back there.
Is
past
it off
the hospitals?
It's not off Sonterra, is it?
It's in that area, yeah.
Okay.
It's like there's this road you got to take back there, and yeah. And then I also lived like right by the Canyon Ridge Elementary School. Like there, you know where that is?
Canyon Ridge Elementary.
It's like a big green building, and there's like apartments on this side of it. It's you know where the Mormon Temple is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you just drive like past Mormon Temple, if you're driving and the Mormon Temple's on your left, and you keep going down, it was on the right, past the Walgreens and the CVS. It was on your right, and it was gated. And then after that, when I went to Reagan, I lived. So If you're going straight and the Mormon temple's right here, if you make a left at that McDonald's and you go down there, I live down there in the neighborhood called the Summit. So there's the
Oh, okay.
Summit and the Summit 2. There are two
The
different
Summit
neighborhoods.
2.
I don't know why they did that, but yeah, right over there is where I live. So
Dope.
yeah, I moved around over there.
That's dope. Yeah, I never lived anywhere. At least in Texas, I never lived anywhere but on that side of
Okay,
town. Yeah, because the neighborhood that I lived in is Encino Park.
Oh, okay.
Went to Encino Park Elementary, then Tejeda Middle School, then Johnson High School.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
Oh,
then-
so you were like rivals with
Yeah,
with
of course.
Reagan,
I have so many friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, for the sport, yeah, like the high school rivalry shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was real. But yeah, I have a lot of friends from Reagan.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like when my girlfriend, she went to Reagan.
Oh wow. Okay.
And she followed Luke a few days ago. And
Oh.
she looked at all. They have so many mutuals. She was like,
Is she
"Holy
your
shit!"
age?
Yeah, she's our. Yeah, she's my age.
Yeah. She's 21.
Yeah, Luke graduated 2018.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. Then we're all the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all the same. All the same age.
Yeah. I'm 23.
Yeah.
So yeah, I graduated in 16. What
Um,
were we saying before we
bro,
went off on Stone Oak?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
You had said something about Top Shelf. What's his face? The first time you met him, you guys went to Tejeda together.
Drake.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Drake. There we go. We connected over Drake in 6th grade, and then that's when, and then a couple years later, he had some recording equipment, so I went to go record music with him. But anyways, what I was gonna get on was, since I started recording as many people as I have, the numbers will,
Yeah.
it's just gonna grow exponentially from here.
Yeah.
But in the last 2-3 weeks, I think I've recorded like 15 to 20 different artists. And after recording so many people, or after recording that many people in this amount of time with new gear and doing all that and hearing so many different types of music and different voices, because all I was used to was hearing my own, right?
Yeah.
I heard my voice more than anyone else's when it came to music, unless I was just listening to music more than I was making it.
Yeah.
But yeah, hearing all these different types of music that's being made, it keeps me from even like judging any type of music.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that anyone's judging any type of music, but like if you were to ask me, what do you think about Drake? I would be like, he's a goat. Like, regardless of the quality or what he's doing right now, like, he is forever like one of the most influential artists.
Yeah.
If not our generation, like, of all time. Like, dude's been like, fuck. Dude has done so much for the music industry. It's crazy. So I try to just look at everything in a more concrete way, just like, oh yeah, like, or not even about it being concrete, but just try not to be so opinionated and just listen to the music and
Yeah.
be like, because now that I'm mixing it and shit, or like being more technical with it, instead of really listening to something of course I'm gonna try to feel off the vibe and the energy, but I'm gonna spend a lot of time listening to how it was put together and how the mix is and how, who, like,
Yeah.
I want to know, like, I'm not interested in who made the song. I'm interested in who mixed it.
Yeah.
I'm interested in who recorded it, who mastered it.
Yeah.
I want to know who gave Drake that sound.
Yeah.
I want to know who gave so-and-so that sound.
Yeah.
Because you don't, I mean, shit. I'm sure Drake could mix it. I don't know. Drake's been doing it long enough. I'm sure he knows. I'm sure he could do it himself if he really wanted to.
That's why I like Russ a lot.
Because he's all in.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed, mastered, engineered by Russ is what he says. Yeah. I actually have tickets to see him next year in concert. So that'd be
That's
cool.
dope.
Yeah. But yeah, he does everything by himself, I think that's pretty cool.
That's just dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh man, I really looked up to people who could do everything themselves, because that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's also one of the problems. Like, most people who are coming up right now, or like, let's just keep it strictly to rap.
Okay.
Rappers rap.
Yeah.
They use their voice and they spit bars.
Okay.
So if we just think of just a lyricist, just a vocalist, straight up vocalist, that is the easiest thing to profit off of. You don't have to, like, literally, it's just someone's voice. If they're good at rapping, they're good at singing, everything else is outside of them at a certain point.
Yeah.
They sing as best they can. They write as best they can. They rap as best they can. They position the mics. They get up at a certain point in the mic.
Themselves.
And that's even easier for the industry.
Yeah.
Way easier. You literally just find someone who has a good voice and a pretty face. Boom. It's settled. But when it comes down, but then when you think about like bands, right?
Yeah.
Like this band needs to be together to get signed. Like everybody needs to be on point.
Yeah.
The vocalist, the drummer, the one or two guitarists, the bass player. Everybody has to be in sync, up to par, and perfect.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to a pretty face and a voice, it's like, oh, let's just pick them up. Let's write the songs for them. Let's get a producer in the room, some session musicians in the room. Let's just produce the shit out of a song. And since their voice is good, we can make it however we want it to sound.
Yeah. You know who Wolfgang Van Halen is? I'm going to assume you know who Eddie Van Halen is.
Everybody's heard that name, right? But I don't. Never heard any music.
He's the lead guy for the band Van Halen. He amazing guitarist, and all that stuff. But he had a son named Wolfgang, right? Eddie Van Halen is like a legendary guitar player, right? So he had a son named Wolfgang, and then Eddie Van Halen died, and Wolfgang does everything by himself. There's a video of him doing it. You can look it up. He does the drums, he does the singing, he does the guitar, he does the bass, he does the producing, he does the mixing, the mastering, he does the recording, he does everything. The keys, he does everything and produces out the song. And he's amazing at it.
Yeah. That shits on what I do. The fact that someone can just piece everything together themselves.
Yeah.
Like that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. I do all my stuff off ear. I don't know anything about music theory. Like if I'm gonna make a beat, I'm gonna use auto key, find the fucking key, and I'll probably throw the sample in Melodyne and find whatever root note, this, that. But I'm gonna find that scale. I'm gonna look it up, and the only notes that I'm pressing on this keyboard are the notes that I'm reading off my phone for that scale.
Yeah.
Like I don't have scales memorized. I don't know a lot about drum placement and patterns and stuff like that. I just throw it together. So I really have a lot of respect for people who can actually do that and do it successfully, professionally, and make it come out sounding really, really good, especially with live instruments. Because everything I'm doing is just programmed, or I'm getting samples off of Splice. I have like one synthesizer on my computer because I just don't make beats and I never invested into it. But someone who can do that all themselves, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Hats off to you.
Do you ever go to record someone that's like not very good? You obviously don't say who it is, but
yeah, for sure.
Like you're like, oh wow, okay, this is not.
A good example of that would be my friends. My friends who just want to rap, right?
Yeah.
And they haven't done it before. Like, it's inevitable. Like, unless you're just a god and you can just get onto a mic and start spitting like it's nothing. Some people can do that.
Yeah.
But my friends can't.
Yeah.
My friends can't. So like last night I was recording one of my friends, and it's like you just have to deal with it. But it was funny. Like I told him, I was like, all right, you're gonna learn how to record yourself. I was like, you have there's just a lot you need to learn about this stuff. Yeah. And if you learn how to work the software, it'll kind of like, yes, looking at a software would definitely limit somebody if that's what happened to happen. But with him, I was just like, it sucks when someone sucks.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Sane about it, like, there's a difference between an artist and someone who just wants to make music or like wants to try to make music. Like, everybody has different intentions, and you know what? It's not about whether someone sucks or not. Yeah. It's about their intention. Yeah. That is what will drive me crazy or not. When I have someone coming through and I know enough about them to know when they're lying or not. Yeah. And they're on the mic and they're just like spitting bullshit, just diarrhea out the mouth, like Just
Yeah.
like they literally went and listened to a Lil Durk song and then was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rap about fucking this, this, that. And they do it like Lil Durk did, but they are from my side of town, like, got it good.
Little rich kid
Like people who don't really have
problems.
yeah, you know what? We're gonna get on that. We're gonna touch on problems. We're gonna touch on that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really just about intention. Like, cause
People that didn't go through the struggle.
yeah, like, cause fuck, I didn't really go through
Yeah.
I didn't go through like an external struggle.
Yeah, like a struggle
Ever,
of not having anything.
Yeah, like not having, literally not having shit. Like I never had to. I'm blessed. Like great parents, great sister, like great family. Like never had to worry financially. Like I was able. They sent me to UTSA for a couple years, and then were able to send me to the trade school for audio engineering. Like shit, I had it good. Like I had it really good, and I say that because it was at a point where I was looking at everything so negative, and I was like, damn, like this shit sucks, and it's crazy. I want to segue into that problem shit. That's what I want to get into right now, because that's like one thing that has always been knocking at my brain's door. Like, relatively speaking, what is a problem? Like, I was just thinking, because for me, right, like how I just explained, not too many problems outside of myself, right? I was just like really, really ungrateful and expected things to be how my parents wanted them to be for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy to say. I expected my life to be the way my parents expected it to be.
Yeah.
But that left no room for me to expect anything that my parents didn't. Like, and they're crazy supportive, like, especially right now. But at first, it was kind of tough because, they threw me into sports, track, football, baseball, soccer, all that kind of shit. And then I, of course, focused in on football and track and got into that in high school and ran track. 7th grade, I actually got a hairline fracture in my lower back playing football.
Oh, dang.
Couldn't play for a year. And then high school came around. I got the same hairline fracture my freshman year during spring football.
Oh, gosh.
I had spring football practice, and then I had summer track practice afterwards.
Oh.
So this is me working out like 4 times a day every day.
Yeah.
Like working out 4 times a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And then with the track meet on the weekends. So I was working out a lot. I was taking like creatine pills, trying to get swole as fuck.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I put on like kind of a little bad weight.
Yeah.
Nothing I'm proud of. But I weigh right now what I weighed when I was 15. Shorter, less hormones to boost my muscles.
Yeah.
But taking out, like, I was taking creatine pills and whatever other stuff, just like drinking protein shakes and all that kind of stuff. But the point is I was doing all that, and that's what I loved it, and my parents loved it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They put me into something that they expected me to love, and I loved it. But then as I got older, I just wanted more. Like, I wanted to make music. I wanted to do drugs. Like, I wanted to experiment. I wanted to do everything.
Yeah.
Like, because I fucking love this life. Like, this shit is dope.
Yeah.
The fact that, maybe I wasn't feeling too fulfilled at a certain point in my life.
Yeah.
And then boom, I'm like, shit. Well, I'm gonna start making music. Change my life. Or like, I want to go out more. I want to make more friends. Like, I don't want to have to feel like I gotta live the way that my parents wanted me to live. And it's crazy because by no means am I living like at all up to their standards.
Yeah.
There's nothing about my life aside from the money that's coming in that is anything worth like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but anyways, started off doing all that stuff, but just the problem stuff, I guess, is what we were talking about. So like I started, I was like I was just experimenting like with drugs and stuff, and I was doing whatever. I'm not gonna name it off, but I was just touching a lot of stuff, and just like I was really I was genuinely interested in like how far I could push my brain.
Yeah.
It wasn't about how fucked up I could get and how much I could handle. It was about, that's how it was whenever I was drinking alcohol and smoking weed.
Yeah.
But when it came to the other things like psychedelics, well, I pursued that kind of stuff like I did when I was in high school. Probably a terrible idea, being 16, 17 and like having, touched the psychedelics that I did.
Yeah.
But I was on a mission to like break that cycle of like feeling so trapped in just all these standards that I had set for myself, people had set for me, my parents, sister, everybody around me. I wanted to be able to think outside of that box because I felt so trapped. And I didn't do it for the first time because I had read up on it and was informed, knew how much to take, testing stuff, blah blah blah. It was like, well, I know what that's supposed to do. And you have it. You sell it. So shit, it's always around, you're always over. Fuck. Shit, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And then boom, like after that it was just like, it was like over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And it was just like that's what I was chasing chasing that to escape my problems, which is something that you should never do. You should never try to like find something to be find a solution to your problem, to like replace it. Sometimes that sucks. Sometimes it's good, whatever. But I was doing all that stuff and it was just to escape my problems. And I felt like, I was answering so many questions and then boom, trips over and you're just fried and you forget everything that you even learned. I never wrote in a journal. I never took notes on anything, any of that kind of stuff. I just wanted to experience it and let it fade as it wants type thing.
Yeah.
So I was doing all this stuff, trying to escape, blah, blah, blah. Definitely put way too much shit in my body, way too much shit to fuck up with all the chemicals and, transmitters and receptors in my brain and all that shit. I definitely fucked up a lot of stuff. But I was doing that to escape the external problems. I wanted to take something that would give me an answer. And that's why I was doing it. I did it so many times, blah, blah, blah. Past that now. And then it got to the point where I had like flooded my brain with so many different thoughts and ideas, and it was really, really overwhelming. And then, boom, I'm bipolar. Like, so that kind of stuff happens, and it's like,
You got diagnosed?
yeah, I got diagnosed with bipolar.
I got diagnosed with autism.
You did?
Level 1.
Damn.
Which is like the highest function.
Yeah, I know.
You can
No,
get, but it's still.
I would have never thought.
Yeah.
You're another dude to me. But
Well,
like,
see, I got diagnosed like last year in December, which kind of I'm grateful for that. It would have been a lot different if I had gotten diagnosed when I was younger, like because I probably would have been put in special classes in school and stuff like that, and learned differently and like had stuff catered to me. But because I wasn't, like I was basically forced to be normal.
yeah.
Like I would just live normally, like how any person would, and just that's just how it is. Like I'm more normal because of it. Like,
So,
it just didn't.
How does your autism affect your day-to-day life?
So I have a really good like grip on myself. Like I know myself pretty well, and I can like tell myself no pretty easily, and like coach myself through things. But I can get really overwhelmed really easily. So like if we're out in the living room area, my sister wants to play music on the Alexa. Her brother's playing a video game. my mom's doing the dishes, and my dad's trying to talk to me at the same time. Like it's gonna be like all those noises at once. It's gonna overwhelm me. Like I can't. Like I have to. Something has to stop.
So you have a multi-track mind.
Yeah.
You're not a single-track mind.
Yeah. I can't do all that. Like I gotta do one.
Yeah, that's amazing though.
Yeah.
Being able to take all that in.
Yeah.
I can't take in all that shit. My brain will block things out because
Really? Yeah, mine won't.
it can't.
Everything goes in. That and it gives you some kind of some anxiety with some things. Like I didn't get my driver's license until I was like 22.
Oh.
Because I had this anxiety block from it. Like for some reason, it was mostly with highways. Like I just had this huge anxiety about driving on the highway, about going over a certain speed.
Yeah.
And also it gives me like an OCD type thing. Like if you notice my bookshelf, like I have everything organized by series and by like they're like perfectly pushed together and stuff. My playing cards down here, I have almost 500 decks, which is another thing. Like just like a focus on a certain thing.
Yeah.
So like some autistic people have a lot of collections of certain things, and mine is playing cards. I have like 500 decks over there, and they're all put in the box, all that stuff.
Yeah, I when I was younger, I collected a lot of stuff, and I'm the same way. I'm like really, like when we were setting up, I was like right here, I was like getting the geometry right in the center at the angle to get the interface right. Perfect. Yeah. I'm like, I trip out about stuff. That's why I love editing and mixing music. Yeah, because like it's the attention to detail. Like you're forced to make all these small little edits and focus really, you know, make everything organized. This, that. So that's dope though. Yeah, I honestly. It's like you're. I was about to say something fucked up, but like, I don't know. It's like if you don't got something wrong with you, then it's like, the fuck you doing? Yeah. Like everybody's got a problem. If you're gonna walk around saying you're perfect and like, you know, shit's working good. Like I'm chilling. I don't have any problems or I don't got anything to worry about. At least mentally, it's like, man, something's always got some problem going on in their head. There's always, and not even that it's a problem. Because I was going to say, like, fuck, all this stuff, there's a bunch of stuff that I went through relating to the bipolar shit. And it, like, fucked me over. Like, I had to take I missed my first semester of university at UTSA. Dang. And then I missed my third semester. So I only completed 2 semesters. You know what? I haven't completed a single fucking semester at a university. Oh my gosh. The first semester that I attended, a month before classes got out, I drove to LA and couch surfed and did Postmates. That's the story I was telling when I was in LA, Chick-fil-A shit. I was just couch surfing, living out of my car, doing Postmates, trying to make $100 a day. And just like, and there's a reason for that. And it's a stupid reason. My parents say that I'm stupid for thinking like this. And they say that I'm ungrateful for thinking like this. But I did that kind of stuff because I had so many internal problems and there wasn't enough stuff going on outside of me that I kind of wanted to know what a little bit of a struggle was like. Yeah. Like I wanted to know what it was like to, and that pisses some people off because they're like, why the fuck would you want that? Why would you put yourself in the position where you're struggling? Why would you? Did it work? Did it make you more grateful? Yes. Mm-hmm. I am a lot more grateful for the house that my parents provide for me, the food that they cook for me, the words that they speak to me. Yeah. Anything. I'm so grateful for everything that I left, that I tried to escape. Yeah. I drove straight from fucking West Ave and 410 straight to LA, straight shot. I might have slept for like 30 minutes. Did you tell anybody that you were driving there? Or did you just take off? So I was at House of Sin. Okay. It's off West Ave, 410. Great resale shop. Great shit here in the city. The guy that owns it, his name is Danger. And he just linked up with this, I'm not sure how long it's been. I used to go over there all the time just to hang out with Danger and shit. He's a really cool dude. But I was there with my girlfriend. This is 2019. This is like April 2019. And sitting in House of Sin, this dude's talking about a bunch of like existential crazy theories about rappers and famous people and Jay-Z, Illuminati type stuff. And just like a bunch of brain fuck stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, it was getting to my head. Nowadays, I think back on that stuff and I'm like, okay. I'm a very gullible person and I believe and trust. I say I believe and trust in everything, but I didn't for myself.
Yeah.
So, but at least everyone, like I trust everybody. I give everybody a chance. So I was at House of Sin and I was just chilling there with my girlfriend and
That's a crazy name, House of Sin.
yeah, it's dope. It's dope. Oh, my old laptop has a sticker for it. I had a House of Sin sticker on the back of my old laptop. But yeah, I literally just went from House of Sin at like 5-6 o'clock on a Friday and drove straight to Los Angeles.
Oh.
Got to LA, called a friend of mine. I was like, hey, yo, I'm in LA. What you doing? Like, can I like pull up and shower or something? I'm dirty as shit. So pulled up to this girl's apartment. She's actually from here. She moved back here. But I pulled up to her apartment and showered and stuff. And yeah, whatever, left. She kicked me out because I was just being a dickhead. I was just on some shit. Just like, man, I just wasn't mentally stable when I did that. No, nobody really does that, you know, like just on a whim, like randomly, oh, I'm going to drive to LA and try to make it type shit. Like I was just tripping. But anyways, kicked me out. And then that was like after the night hadn't even ended yet. She's like, you just got to go. She's like, I already know that you're just lost. I was like, she didn't say that, but like, that was the vibe I was getting. Yeah. And it was true. Like, I was very lost and I was, I pulled up and I stayed with a friend of mine. His name is Young Bambi. Oh. And he's a part of a collective called Midnight Society. Okay. Great group, very, very talented artists, musicians, rappers, singers. Bambi's amazing at mixing, mastering, all that shit. He was the person that I looked up to the most when I was younger with the music stuff, at least when it came down to the sound quality and, you know, production quality and stuff like that. But I was staying with him for a while and I was in LA for like 2-3 months. Oh wow, okay. And then it got to a certain point where I was so mentally unstable that my parents had to go out there, get me back home, and we had to figure shit out. And I was just so hungry. I still am. Yeah. I am like so hungry for this shit that I was like, fuck, I just have to do something. Like I'm tired of just sitting around waiting on my moment. I want to go fucking get it. Yeah. So I just went out there, did it, whatever, came back, blah, blah, blah. Let's get back to the problem shit. That definitely made me a lot more grateful for the things that I have, what I had, and what's to come. Like the fact, like I hit a very, very low point and I'm glad that I took myself there. Yeah. I'm glad that I fucked my brain up as much as I did. Yeah. Like I shot my brain. Fucking shot it like hard. Hit it hard as fuck. And came out and it's like I look at myself today and I'm like, oh well, I'm here. So it's all good. Yeah. But the reason why I told that story was just about the problem shit. I went on that adventure because I wanted to struggle. Yeah. And like I said earlier, people will hear this and they'll be like, yo, like, you're a fucking idiot. Do you not realize that there's people like, let's say it's someone who's hearing this and they don't have a lot. And they hear someone like me who came from a very good family and like had a lot of support financially and emotionally and everything. But there was still something missing. Yeah. So the whole problem thing between people, what I was going to say, like someone listen to this and if they don't have a lot and they hear me saying that I chased what they have. Yeah. You know, it's like, yeah, it might sound fucked up, but that's what I did. And that's just what I wanted to do. I did it and I'm here.
I like to say sometimes the hard way is the only way that sticks.
Yeah. And the all or nothing thing. Yeah. I had to reach my lowest point to get to where I am now. Yeah. I could have never been, you know, coasting on that plateau of life that I was riding. Yeah. And getting everything handed to me. And, you know, it's like you grow up on a good side of town. And if you're smart, you go make good grades at school, you play sports, you have friends. Yeah. You'll most likely get a scholarship. And even if your parents have money, they don't have to pay for your fucking school. Yeah. You know, it's like, it's that easy for some people. You just get, and you can just coast through life like that. At least on the outside, how it seems to me for some people.
Yeah.
So that's one way to do it, but I just don't. It's so cliche. Like everybody nowadays wants to say this or wants to do this. Oh, fucking 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I want to make my own schedule. I want to make my own money. I want to be able to. I want to be in control of my destiny. I don't want to have a manager or a boss telling me when to come in, how much money I'm making. Set my worth as an employee type shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't want any of that. Like I always wanted so much more than what I had. And I feel like a reason for that is just my family history. Like my dad grew up piss poor, Moab, Utah, living out of a trailer.
Oh wow.
Like he didn't have a lot growing up. At least with his mom and stepdad and stuff. And my mom, she didn't have it bad, but didn't have it amazing. She grew up in Norwalk, California.
Okay.
It's in LA. It's just another city in LA. My grandpa, R.I.P. grandpa, he just passed away like a year ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like a year ago. Man, that man went through it. Bilateral, one above the knee, one below the knee, amputee.
Oh well, dang.
Both his legs chopped off. Fucking had several strokes, seizures, triple bypass, back surgery.
If you were gonna
fucking
lose both your
everything.
legs like that, why wouldn't they just make them the same length?
The infection spread too high up in the leg.
But why wouldn't they just do the other one higher just to match?
Because you want to have your kneecap if you can.
Only on one side though.
Well, because if you have your kneecap and you put a prosthetic on it, you can swing your leg with your knee.
Oh, that's true.
If you cut it above the knee, you're walking like a pirate.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So he went through all that stuff, whatever. But that man never didn't work a day in his life. He as a kid, he grew up. So he was born in Mexico, moved to the U.S. when he was 7 years old. He moved to San Antonio when he was 7 years old. Met my grandma when they were like 15, 16. They were together for damn near 60 years.
Oh wow.
Crazy as fuck. My grandma's she just turned 80 on August 1st.
Dang.
So that gives you that
Yeah.
puts things into context.
My grandparents just passed their 50
That's crazy.
year anniversary. Yeah.
Wow. That's dope. Yeah, 50 years.
Yeah.
People consider that half a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
And if you spend half a lifetime with somebody, fuck.
At least half a lifetime.
That's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, my grandpa, he when he was growing up, or like as a kid, he was working in the cotton fields, picking cotton and shit, and just doing what
Yeah.
someone from Mexico who doesn't speak too well of English and who needs to help, mom support the
Yeah.
6-7 kids. So he was doing that, and that man worked his whole life. Could never get a break. But that's my mom's dad. My grandma, she kind of just kept up with my grandpa, and she was a teacher and stuff for,
Okay.
I forget if it was kindergarten or preschool kids. She was like a teacher's assistant. She didn't have a degree or anything, but they still let her come through, and she was able to get paid and help out around the classroom and stuff like that. So my grandma and grandpa, like, they both grew up. They both had it pretty rough.
Yeah.
Growing up, and it's like from then, if I at least just look back, just a couple generations, and I look back on my grandpa, and I see where he started, and where my parents have got me. That's why I want as much as I want.
Yeah.
Because what my parents have right now, in comparison, well, okay, look, what I had as a kid in comparison to what my grandpa had as a kid, like, would literally have changed his whole life.
Yeah.
If my grandpa had what I had, man, would be like smart, super, super smart, put together person, like amazing guy. And it's like that's the difference between us, and that's why I went to go do what I did.
Yeah.
Because I look back, on my grandpa and what he had. And yeah, I didn't start off, I'm not starting from the bottom. I'm not starting dirt poor, not having shit.
Yeah.
I started where my grandpa left my parents and where my parents left me.
Yeah.
So my goal is to create another step on these stairs.
Yeah.
I want my son to hop on I want one of my kids to hop on a podcast one day
Yeah.
and say, my great grandpa was picking cotton, as a little kid in the fields
Yeah.
with, barely making any fucking money in the 50s and 60s. And now I'm here because of what I was able to do for them.
Yeah.
I want this shit to progress. I don't want my family line to have to restart.
Yeah.
I want this shit to keep growing. And shit, you know what? Fuck, it's gonna restart. I hope that it restarts, but I hope that whoever comes after me takes it a lot farther than I asked.
Yeah.
I hope they can take it I hope that they can take it far enough to where the downfall is inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does any of your family do music as well, or no?
No.
Any kind of audio, anything? No? Not your sister, nothing?
Nope. My uncle was in a band.
Okay.
On my mom's side, he performed at because he grew up. My mom, when she was growing up, she grew up in LA. So there's the Roxy, I think it's called. I don't know. There's I guess in the 80s, when my uncle was in his band, there was there's this one venue in LA that every band who performs, they write their name, they sign with Sharpie on the wall.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Every single person who's performed there signs on the wall.
Oh God.
And they keep track of all that. So he felt honored to be able to sign his name on this, whatever. Anyways, he was in a band. That is the only connection
to music
I have to music.
Oh wow.
And I've never heard him play music. Never heard any of his music before. I don't know anything about it. I wasn't influenced by him. I don't have any influence musically in my family.
That's interesting.
But the biggest influence ever in music, my dad.
Yeah.
Because literally, I wouldn't have gone to school if it wasn't for my dad. And I'm not even talking about him being able to support me through it. I'm talking about he literally told me, you don't like university, go do this because you spend all your time in your bedroom doing it. And it's gotten to the point where it actually sounds pretty fucking good. So go make it sound better and make a career out of it. For me and for you. And then fourth grade.
Yeah.
July of 2010. Eminem came out, or it was June or July. Eminem came out with Recovery.
Okay. Yeah.
The day that album came out, was put into stores. My dad drove me to Best Buy and bought that shit for me.
Oh.
And it was amazing
that
because
young you were listening to that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it was so much of an influence, because I was, hearing Eminem rap about, tying a bitch to the bed and lighting it on fire.
Yeah.
But I was, I was allowed. My parents allowed me to be exposed to a lot of things when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because when they were younger, they didn't have anybody keeping them from. At least my dad, my mom, my grandparents on my mom's side, like that shit was,
Yeah.
It was all good. She was doing pretty good, but it's already 7 o'clock. Oh shit. I'm supposed to start this at 5. Damn. So this guy that I'm supposed to record right now,
Yeah.
he told me, he probably DM'd me. He told me, he was like, let me know when you're on the way back from the podcast.
Yeah. We're
like,
gonna wrap it up here soon.
I wish we wouldn't have to. Hey, I literally I told him I'm doing the podcast at 5. I don't know how long I don't know how long it'll go for. It's 30-40 minutes away from my spot. So that's why I say 7. He was like, hey, that's fire. What podcast? We're gonna head over there around 6:30 because we a good minute away. So he was like, let me know when you're on your way back at your spot. I was like, bet. I never texted and let him know that I was on my way back. And he just pulled up. And I'm 40 minutes away from my house. And he's there right now.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Your
grandparents on your mom's side?
Yeah, grandparents on my mom's side. She had it good, at least family wise, growing up, and my dad, parents divorced, this style, whatever. But I'm gonna end it here. My goal is to take this a lot farther. I just want to take it as far as my mom did up to the point of having me.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
in the time that she had to make her life up or my parents, the time that they had together to build a family and make it the way that they did. I want to take that time to be able to give that to my kids. I want them to have more than what I had, and I hope that their kids have more than what they did.
Yeah.
I just want the shit to keep growing. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's why I just felt like I just wanted more. So I chased it, fell down, got back up, kept going. And now it's a lot better than it was before I ever took any risks.
There you go. If it worked, it worked. Who cares what everybody else says?
For real. That's that.
So before we end, you get to sign the poster. Boom, boom, boom. And then I'm gonna be reading off the quote of the day while you do that.
Oh shit. You have a
Whatever color you want. Let's see. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars.
When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one for today.
Hell yeah.
Bro, I gotta get a new freaking one of these. And I gotta put back up my phone and stuff. Yeah. What was it? I think I was talking about my stupid thing before that cut, but yeah. I need to get a new one. It's all duct tape and crap. But yeah. New signature on the thing. Thank you for watching this episode of the podcast. You have social media and stuff people can find you at?
Yes. My Instagram. Just look up Adrian Austin. Username. How do I spell it? It's like.
I'm gonna have them all linked in the description below too.
Oh shit.
So people can just click it.
Okay.
Stuff. Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Really it. SoundCloud, Spotify,
Snapchat.
Snapchat. Yeah, for sure. I'll put my Snapchat on there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You got a link tree or something or no?
I don't.
No,
I
you
don't.
just put them on there separately.
Yeah, if anyone wants to get in contact with me, just hit my DM on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Snapchat me.
Yeah, that too. You need any audio engineering done or mixing, mastering?
Yeah, any
That as
work
well.
audio related, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
There you go.
For the low. Hopefully not for too long, but
Yeah.
you know.
There you go. Thank you for watching this episode of the podcast. Be sure to follow and hit up Adrian, and I'll see you in the next one.
Cool. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, no problem.